How long are you here?
I'm leaving in the morning. One morning.
सर डाक हो गया अरे कहाँ हो यार
Retirement.
तुम है किसको कहाँ हो
Yeah, release 5 now.
टोल गेट पर you know the route नहीं रास्ता पता है आपको हाँ हाँ साउथ सिटी का
Like a few days back, we were sitting in 901 early morning. Sam lands with jet lag and starts with the first review. Bang, 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 it starts going. Looks like not far away in the back. They just happened. Suddenly, this is SilverJubMeeting time. And as Sam mentioned today, there are 550 million Indians. They were not even born when this was. So it's quite some time.
Half the population was on there.
So we had some discussions, and I think in Bangalore, Mr. Nimansi kicked off, and Dr. Pikke and Sam, they also had that. At the end of the day, these are the original founders. Rightfully, the trigger came from them. Some of us got together a little bit reluctantly. We started discussing, and as I said, some spark happened in that discussion. Something happened. What do we do? Get together, having fun, and all that. Somewhere we said, "Come on, this is CDOT." It is not just have beer, have slap back each other's back and get away from it. We have to do something more meaningful. So the discussion became very interesting. I think then we formed a Google group. We started communicating all across the world, and the communication also threw up more excitement. And then somebody gave me an assignment. You get Sam committed for this event. I sent a mail. He sent a very strong affirmation of this, and I think after that he has been constantly in touch. So there's a lot of excitement. So here we are. All these things are very loaded words. We'll discuss what we mean by these later, and I think we'll seek additional cause, and made a huge impact. It was not another job. This was our best job, best organization, best alma mater is one thing. But I think here we did something which made a big impact on this country. That is what is makes it special for us. The first decade CDOTians, wherever they are today, feel that their best days in their life were in CDOT. So why is CDOT so special for us? CDOT stands for a we can do it spirit. CDOT very successfully completed what was then thought by many others to be a mission impossible. To build a high availability career class central office switch from scratch with young engineers in a dream work environment, and act as a catalyst in transforming telecom in India. CDOT's success is a tribute as much to the daring vision of the founders as to the innate capability of young Indian engineers. Some of those young Indian engineers are sitting here today, not so young.
No longer so young.
Yes, not so young. CDOT played a key role. CDOT played a key role in the telecom transformation in India. That was a key. That's what was so exciting about this. CDOT was a forerunner and part of a larger plan of telecom liberalization that took the nation by storm. Much before Manmohan Singh, Narasimha Rao joined together and announced, probably the seeds for this liberalization were sown when Rajiv Gandhi was alive. Telephone accessibility improved dramatically. It reached the rural hinterland thanks to CDOT's effort. Tele density grew from 0.2 to 2, just tenfold it grew in 50 years before CDOT, from independence. Post CDOT it grew from 2 to 20, another tenfold in just one decade. Telecom is one of the most dynamic industries in India today, respected the world over. People ask me, how the hell you guys make such profitable, fast-growing companies at such low ARPU, run very well. Bhartis of the world are setting new standards. The way they run their operation, outsourcing with Ericsson, IBM, completely different business model. We are among the best in the world. So imagine, we were part of the team which set in motion a set of events which resulted in creating world's #1 class of industry in a segment which was one of the lousiest service in this country at that time. 1980s, you take telephone, no great shake. Either dial tone was not there or you don't get to the calling party due to congestion. Today, our telecom service is as good or as bad as anywhere in the world. You look at all the cut calls and class of service issues. We created a whole new industry. I think this was fantastic. So why is CDOT so special for all of us? It embodies many innovations and a daring spirit. The work culture was non-hierarchical, performance and result-oriented, action-based, empowering, hardworking, getting things done, entrepreneurial, questioning the status quo, counting on the youth. I always tell Mr. Law, the amount of dissent I showed to him, I really admire him for having tolerated me. And I thought that if anybody else would have kicked me out of the room. But he tolerated me because he respected me for something and allowed me the freedom to perform. I could go that extra mile to do something. And that was a fantastic environment. It was really utopian.
Just to add, himself was very good. I have worked with him in those days जब TRC के डायरेक्टर के फ्लोर पे जाने पर लोग घबराते and he is roller. But when he came to see us, he insisted, nobody will go to your PA first to take an appointment. Your room will always be open. You just walk in, visit and it gives you time. But nobody goes to anybody to anybody. It was more or less driven from down.
Tapping the talent, innovative use of expat Indian expertise from the West, the form of consultant. The other day we were talking about Amit Harris.
I think that is also very critical.
Very innovative stuff. Very innovative. For us to accept, for our leadership to accept, we can get input from others, and they coming here, it was very effective. We managed to hold back many bright young engineers from jumping to the US to proudly work in a meaningful national projects in India. Product, STD PCO for telephone accessibility, the largest scheme of things, CDOT and the associated system produced this. It's revolutionized telephone accessibility in the country. RACS as a low-power, non-AC rural central office. Greatest example is RACS, some innovation which Alcatel or Ericsson could not have done. They never thought about it. We sit in emerging market. We know the difficulties of this country. We came with the innovation which made fantastic sense here. Rural telecom was completely transformed with RACS. Microprocessor control and generic architecture in the entire range of PBX, racks, MACs, making manufacturing, assembling, systems, installation simpler. For the emerging markets, low price point solution for the emerging market, built in the emerging market. Capital sensitive and labor intensive manufacturing model. Build a human capital to help telecom and IT in India. Very entrepreneurial. Encourage people to stick their neck out, make commitments and take risks. Public commitment of a clear vision. 36 months and 36 crores, and be ready to be questioned and crucified against the commitment. It is not a very secretive understanding, hey, this is my, I don't know what is a commitment, nobody knows. Live in that kind of lack of transparency comfortably. We did not do that. We published it and we were crucified for that. I think we respect that.